Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. It's Friday. We made it. Looks like we made it. Remember that song? No? To be honest, I don't much remember it either. Recommended reading. I recommend you read this right here. Avengers #3 by Jed MacKay and C.F. Artwork amazing. Story even more amazing. What I will say about this comic here, if you're looking for all-out battle with the Ashen Combine, that's an interesting name for a group of villains. The Ashen Combine. It's more just an introduction to this group of villains and what they can do. There are a few ooh, that was cool moments in this book, some that really stand out to me. I'm going to get to all of that in a second. But before I do, I need y'all to do what you always do for moi. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material like this comes out, you get it. If you're digging what about the shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. This right here. Okay, real quick, let's get into Avengers #3 by Jed MacKay, C.F. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about the Ashen Combine. All righty, courtesy of Comic Watch, we got images of the Ashen Combine. Ooh, that is a rather dark and sinister looking group of villains. They all look like they're into like some evil, dark, supernatural looking stuff. Let's see. Let's meet the Ashen Combine. This fella right here, Lord Inui. Excuse me. That's Lord Inui. That's them CFV pencils. And everybody looks like pale and dead, and you know what I'm saying? So they're a very morbid, somber looking group of people. I get like Lord Sauron vibes off of Inui. Kind of stoic and creepy. Then we got this one here. Idol Alabaster. This has got to be the weirdest looking of the group. Basically, another big Modoc-headed thing. From what I can see, he's got psionic powers. Makes people want to worship him. Weird. Worship this big head. Weird. Then we got City Smith. Basically, all these guys destroy cities, but they all do it in unique ways. My man here wants to manipulate and morph and control and change and attempt to make art of everything in a city. That is unique. I will say that is unique. Very unique. Then we got simply the Dead. Says he's a regular human, height about 5'8", with, again, dead, putrefied skin, raises corpses. Almost looks like he got ears underneath that noose, almost similar to another character we know of. And he controls the dead too. I wonder if they'll get into that in the comic later. Or maybe, I know these guys ain't going to be resolved in one issue. So maybe the next issue. And then we got Meridian Diadem. I don't get the reasoning behind that name, but she likes to imprison people, make people suffer. So that is a villain in every sense of the word. Yeah. All right. So let's get into this book here. When This book starts off, they've already gotten the warning, unless you if you didn't check out the recommended reading review on this prior. A injured Kang the Conqueror came to the Avengers through the time stream to basically tell them about this catastrophe that's coming from the city slayers, and that they were going to be arriving in the impossible city. And so here we catch them on the impossible city, all excited. Oh boy, a whole new planet for us to go and murder. And Idol Alabaster starts it off. He has psionic influence powers from what I can see. And what greater way to go somewhere and influence what people believe than Vatican City. And my man lands in Vatican City and lays the psionic worship down on folks. And this is basically what goes down in every facet of the he's in Vatican City. Then the City Smith is in Toronto, manipulating and tearing things apart. Kind of reminds me of that Man of Steel movie when they were terraforming the earth. Then you got the Manila, the Philippines. Seems like this guy is just literally sucking folks' souls out of them. They're falling out dead in the Philippines. Then you got my man in Sydney, Australia, raising the dead. Sound like he's gonna have a Walking Dead situation in Sydney. Then, last but certainly not least, in Helsinki, Finland, we got Meridian Diadem. That name. Here she is with her army, and they are imprisoning people in Helsinki. Then we got Carol Danvers hurrying up, saddle up, Avengers, let's go, rah, rah, hollering and screaming. And who is the voice of reason? You guessed it, my man, T'Challa. See, she's hollering and screaming about, yeah, scramble, up in 5, let's go, Avengers assemble. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pick one, go. And he's like, Carol, wait. We know nothing about what's happening, what we face. And then Sam gonna chime in. People are dying, T'Challa. T'Challa, you know, he puts his hands on the table, right here. To me, that looks like this fool here. And his response to Sam, I am aware of that, Sam, but more will die, including ourselves, if we do not win. I'm not afraid of dying. The only thing I am afraid of is losing. Well, then you must have been petrified during that other guy's run. On your magazine, y'all know who I'm talking about, he who won't be named. And then here goes, you know, Carol Danvers acting like a typical, I ain't gonna say that, but I thought I was leading the team. That's where y'all coming from? And instead of clapping back, he remains the noble individual that he always is. You are. And you brought me onto this team despite the opprobrium, that means censure, hostile feelings toward, opprobrium surrounding me because you wanted my counsel. So please accept my counsel and lead us. Spoken like a true noble, my man. And Carol Danvers, look at the look on her face after he said it. Right there. She thought about that shit, didn't she? See, Jed MacKay, good looking on you. Good looking on you, Jed MacKay. You get a super duper king size thumbs up from D-Real for that alone. I love that. Okay, just because it's Black Panther. No, there's some other moments in here. It ain't just Black Panther. So she's like 5 minutes up and out. Tony gets information. Vision has the quickest mind, so he processes that information, and they're gonna formulate a battle plan based on strategy and not just running off trying to overpower folks. Courtesy of your man. Okay? This is why T'Challa is needed in the current incarnation of the Avengers. Also, I might add, T'Challa is wearing his burning T'Chaka outfit. Now, how is that going to impact when people see T'Challa in the burning T'Chaka outfit in the United States? They're going to make the connection. I hope the Avengers are ready to back his play at that point. And if not, like I said in my live, there's always the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. All right, moving on. So, there they are. Iron Man processing the information, giving the information to Vision, and even T'Challa at the end analyzing it. Little information all told, but even a small blade can kill, because he killed somebody with a small blade once or injured him bad anyway. And now we are armed. Call the play. You see how he did that? He's giving out he's summarizing the situation, and rather than giving out, what the attack plan is going to be, he leaves that to Carol. So technically, Carol is like the field commander in this situation. For all intents and purposes, I guess T'Challa is like a vizier. Yeah, counselor. I like that. And so we're dealing with Idol Alabaster. He's got people worshiping him. He wants people to worship him. Who better to face off against someone seeking worship than a god? Nice play, Jed. I see the symmetry of that. Then we go next to City Smith. And he is manipulating and working the city the way he wants to, sort of like an engineer. Who better to face an engineer than an engineer? And he's being snarky while he does it. He says, because he's talking and grinning and laughing, excellent, a fine beginning for the greater whole. This city is wonderful material. I don't know, pal. Alien super terrorism as an art form? It's a little, what do they say? Pedestrian? A critic? Show yourself. That's the thing about Earth, my friend. And I should know. Everyone's a critic. Snark, snarkity, snark, snark. Then we move on. We move on to the dead. Yep. And I guess that's just a whirlwind of death is going down because everybody's dying when it hits them. Death and chaos is what looks like is going on in Sydney. So who do we send over there? The mistress of chaos. And she is not going to allow this dead guy to harm any more people. I like that outfit, by the way. It's a nice, mature outfit for Wanda instead of running around in a swimsuit. Good look on you, sis. And then we got Meridian Diadem in Helsinki, Finland, with her army imprisoning people, punishing people, getting ready to torture people. And she says to them, criminals, children, all of them criminals, criminals in need of correction. Correction for what crime? Any number. Criminality is ingrained into the organic. They kill, they steal, they lie. And if they have not, then they will. I correct them. And the best, the very best of them become my children. Children. Okay, by what she just said, she lets you know two things. One, she's some kind of automaton. And two, she wants to make people in her image. Sounds a lot like Ultron. Who better to face an Ultron-like character? The Vision. And what he says, I like what he said. I also am a synthetic and am also a parent. And you offend me to the core of my very being. Oh, the emotional synthezoid, you ain't gonna never get rid of them feelings. And of course, Lord Anui, sucking souls. Souls are a form of energy. Ding, ding. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. Form of energy. And of course, who do we get to face that being? Yeah, old Carol Danvers herself. Hey, wait a minute. There are two characters missing. Deep in the impossible city in low orbit around the Earth, guess who's inside there? I showed y'all yesterday if you tuned into the live, but there it goes. Sam and T'Challa working together. That'd be a good time for T'Challa to run him another fade so he know, don't you ever buck up to me in your comic or any other comic. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Overall, this is a short read, but it is a good read, and it is a preload to bigger things. Avengers number 4 is clearly going to be filled with a lot of action. Thank you, C.F. Villa and Jed MacKay, for this serving of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. That's it for now, but fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones, and until I do, y'all be good to each other.